The mission of filling up my bookshelves continues. After purging my shelves of books from a past life, I have been slowly and intentionally adding new books to my bookshelves that better reflect the person that I am now. My interests and my taste. For ages, my bookshelves just didn't feel like a collection of my favourite books, but we're working on it. Last time we explored some independent bookshops with my friend Jess, and this time we're hitting up some charity shops with my friend Leena. We're going on a charity shop book hunt. What are we gonna find? What treasures will there be? Maybe nothing. Do I have a budget like last time? No. Do I have a game plan like last time? Sort of. I've got a general idea of some books and authors that I'm going to be on the lookout for. Those authors are Brandon Sanderson, Emily Henry, and Taylor Jenkins Reid. And then also in general, I'm going to be looking out for some of my favourite sci-fi and fantasy books. In terms of those books, it really is about acquiring the physical copy of books that I have listened to the audiobook of and just absolutely adored. I want my book trophy. But unlike last time, I am allowing myself to pick up some books that are on my TBR if I find any. However, there is one caveat, because you may recall from a previous video, I have been struggling to read physical books or even just like ebooks during this pregnancy. Like, I cannot concentrate on reading words with my eyes. I have been in full audiobook mode. So it feels kind of stupidly optimistic of me to be buying books off of my TBR when I'm not really in a like eyeball reading mode. And also there's gonna be a baby soon in the nearish, farish future, and it is highly unlikely there'll be any eyeball reading happening then too. So my requirement for purchasing a TBR book is that it's gotta be a skinny book. A skinny book, just very unintimidating, like maybe under 250 pages. That's my rule that I'm giving myself. Will I stick to it? We'll find out. As you may or may not be able to tell from this like terrible lighting, it is the evening. So I will see you and Leena tomorrow for some charity shop book hunting. Let's go. Let the book shopping commence!
Let's do it!
Right, Leena.
Yes.
What is on your list for this charity bookshop hunt?
Okay, I want to win, so I've done some no, but I want to win with myself. I want to be satisfied at the end of this, so I've set myself some narrow parameters and some wide parameters. So my narrow parameter is I would really love a copy of The Correspondent, a book that I loved in audio, but I'd like it in hardback because I think the paperback is high-key ugly.
Okay.
And I'm confident because it's just come out in paperback, so I think people will be getting rid of the hardbacks.
Possibly.
I really like a book on writing advice in some way. I love Stephen King's In Writing. If I could get a physical copy of that, that would be cool. But if not, just any book that maybe I haven't read about writing and advice for writing. And then finally, sometimes I feel like I love a book, but I never go and explore the rest of the author's work. So it's very rare for me to have read more than one book by an author. So I'd love to find a book that I'm excited to read that is by an author I've already read and actually get to know their back catalogue a little bit. So I think that's enough scope for success.
Yeah,
no?
Some wide categories and then one specific book.
And one specific book in one specific format.
Okay, so we're gonna hit up some general charity shops that have like book sections, and then at the end we're gonna hit up an Oxfam Books that is all books.
Yeah.
Let's do it!
Fingers crossed.
You found something already.
Good.
Oh, Cheryl Strayed. Wild.
That's the one she's famous for.
That's the hiking one.
Have you watched the film?
Yes.
Good.
I vaguely remember it, yes, but my favourite thing about it is that First Aid Kit did a song for the soundtrack.
That's what it did. You read this, didn't you?
Yeah, I hated it. You loved it.
Yeah, I remember.
It's because we're a literary reader and that's a literary sci-fi book, whereas I'm a sci-fi reader.
You're like, where's the action? Where's the death? I'm like, the words in it was pretty.
Lots of books I recognise. Feminists Don't Wear Pink, Lessons in Chemistry, Annika George. Oh, I just read that. I'm glad my mum died.
Oh yeah, how was it? Heavy. Craig liked it. But it was, yeah.
Oh, there's a stall. Look at that. Some selected poems by Carol Ann Duffin.
Could be good.
What we got on this bottom shelf? £3.
Elif Shafak.
Oh, she's an author you like.
She is, and I haven't read this one.
I've read one of hers.
You read the tree one?
The tree one,
Yeah.
Island of
Missing Trees is a good one.
The new David Nichols as well. I don't know if you like him.
I've never read any of his you know. That's a bit of a...
I've read
it's a
One
sin.
Day, but like...
I haven't read One Day.
You've not read One
I
Day?
know.
Although
I watched the film and that was
they've
devastating
got
enough.
Fourth Wing here. Oh, there we go. They've got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Okay. So that is on my TBR. But how many pages is it? It's more than my 250 page. It's too thick. And the Spyglass. I already got his dark materials from a charity shop.
Wait, remind me of your categories again.
Brandon, yeah, sci-fi
you've already
fantasy, but
read?
yeah, because I don't want to be like taking home a thick ass book.
Yeah.
Brandon Sanderson, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Emily Henry, and then skinny books that are on my TBR.
Okay, so ones you've already heard of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
What if you find something?
I know, but I don't know if I want to be persuaded by a new book.
I might get this. The plot.
Yeah, it fits your category.
It fits all my categories, so.
All your
I see
categories.
no. No, it fits one of my categories.
What about an Elon Musk biography?
I mean, it is sci-fi in some ways.
The RSPCA is closed.
Good one as well, I liked that one. Many a good skirt in there.
What did you get in Marie Curie?
I got Elif Shafak's The 40 Rules of Love, and I've only read 2 of her books, and I've seen her speak, and I think she's genius, so I'm really excited to read this one.
There we go.
Score
I've heard
already.
of that one. Oh, here we go. Here's another one.
Yeah, perfect.
Unfortunately, North London Hospice did not let us film inside after I did my little dance. Got called out. How embarrassing. But they had a nice selection, and I got myself, well, not myself, at the pond, swimming at the Hampstead Ladies Pond. This is not on my personal TBR, but I have seen it before and want to get it for my mum, who likes wild swimming.
Perfect. She's going to love it. I'm excited.
There we go.
I also had a book that I've known about for a long time. It's called Payback by Margaret Atwood. It's a non-fiction book she wrote about the concept of debt, not like personal finance, but like
intrigued by
the
this.
ancient concept of debt and how she feels about it, which I'm like sold. So I'm really over-indexing on my category of like books that by authors I've already read.
But you have read a lot of authors, so it's very likely that you'll find books in these shops.
And it's a hardback. It's beautiful. Leave me alone.
Right, next.
Doesn't this look like a book about an influencer who gets murdered?
Right, let's see.
Or becomes a murderer?
Undue influence.
Yeah, an influencer who is a murderer. Robert Bride.
Have you read that one?
No, it's such a 90s cover, isn't it? It's just too big.
Too chunky, not small enough.
To start working on my other categories.
Tart. A slutty chef. Oh, is it a recipe book? No.
Slutty Chef is an anonymous chef who discovers what it's really like to work in London's hectic restaurant scene.
It's got
like
blurbs
Secret
by
of
Leena
Footballers.
Dunham and Dolly Alderton.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Misadventures of an Anonymous Chef.
Who knows? Good title there.
Oh, there's a Kate Moss. Have you read this one? Oh, there's 2 Kate Moss.
Yes. I love this one.
This is really good. You should buy it.
Gay Pirates.
Gay Pirates.
Gay Pirates,
This
no.
is too thick. It's too thick. It doesn't fit my brief.
Wow.
Too
much Gay Pirates.
Too much Gay Pirates. No, I'll
Apparently there's a
audio
limit.
I'll audio book the Gay Pirates.
She just read all these books. Read it. Loved it. Read it. It was fine. Not finding much for you.
No, I've not found any of my authors.
Too thick for you.
Too thick. What?
That was just sitting there looking at you.
I don't know if I like this cover.
I think you're going to have to get it for the bit. This is charity shop number 3. I'm sorry, I'm tilted to be the bad news, but I think you have to buy it.
I don't think I do, because it is my favourite Taylor Jenkins Reid though. But I've never actually even seen this cover before.
Yeah, it's a bit more commercial, isn't it?
I like the one with the close-up fight, and also it's got one of those stickers that ain't a sticker on it.
Why don't we come back for it if you can't find a better one?
No, it's fine. I'm not in a rush.
Okay. Okay.
I will get this book in the format that I want it eventually. We have
seeing the difference in our personalities right now.
I've got an abundance mindset. We don't have a scarcity mindset. There are more Daisy Jones and the Sixes out there.
I'm literally the that will do person.
Oh, I've heard of this, I think. Have I heard of this?
No.
But it looks sci-fi. I feel like I've heard of this. In the distant future, climate change has reduced Earth to a hot, scrambled wasteland.
It's not going to happen.
She says in 32-degree heat in London. I feel like I've heard of this. Also, it's skinny. It's skinny and it's sci-fi, and it's sub 250 pages, which was my number.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check my story graph to see if I've interacted with this book, but also I'm not very consistent with that, so
Tell us
it
anything.
might not tell us anything. It's on my to-read stack on Storygraph. I have heard of it before. To read. I think that's a sign.
Yeah.
It's on my TBR. It's skinny.
Yeah.
And it's sci-fi.
Yeah.
There we go. Screw you, Daisy Jones. I got a book. This is a fun one for me because I have no idea what this is about, but clearly past me heard about it and was like, yes.
Yeah.
Trustin passed me, but it ticks a lot of boxes. Frontier by Grace Curtis. Right, we've got one more charity shop before we hit up the big Oxfam.
Bringing out the big bazungas. Piece of history right there. That should be in the British Museum.
Secrets about men every woman should know. These are some of the best charity shop finds. Normally you can find Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus somewhere in a charity shop.
I've got Who Moved My Cheese. That's that business book. This is from when people didn't know who Barack Obama was.
When was this published?
To explain it to their children.
Hold on. Published 2010. He would have already been president for 2 years.
Children are silly.
Secret to Teen Power. There were like 2 other secret books in the other bookshops as well. You win some, you lose some. No luck in that one, unfortunately, but we've just spotted another charity shop.
Even house. Let's go.
So we're going in there. I never went to my graduation.
I thought people just rented these.
You look cute.
Tell me I'm smart.
Tell me I'm smart. Unfortunately, not a large book collection in there, but it's fine. Can't have everything.
Ready for a feast now.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Oxfam books. Here we
everybody
come.
stretch.
Oh. Yeah. Let's do it. Little John Green section.
What if we find our own books? Have you ever seen your book in a charity shop?
Oh, I don't know if I have. I like that cover. I feel like I've seen other kind of covers like that.
This is the bookshop where people who care about books donate their books. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that vibe. It's like, they know what they're about.
This is a charity shop, but all of the books are still like organised in alphabetical order, so I need to strategize here. I need to find my H's. There is a Veronica Henry, but unfortunately there is no Emily Henry. Open it again. A map. I want to read this, but it's over 300 pages, so I fear it doesn't fit the skinny book criteria. Let it be a mid. I fear there is no Reed and no Jenkins. Is there any Sanderson? But also I don't know if Sanderson would be here because he's fantasy. I don't know if they'd have a different section.
They've also got a literature section.
Well, I don't think Sanderson's going to be in there. They do have The Help by Catherine Stockett, and I just read her new book, The Calamity Club, which was really good.
Was this in a TBR?
No.
Short.
It is skinny. No, I've never heard of it. Are you going to put it on my TBR right now?
It's about a man who is a bus driver who voted Brexit, who gets really into cosplaying like medieval.
This is not what I was expecting.
Like ancient times. So he takes his whole family on a cosplaying trip, and it gets really out of hand, and he accidentally starts to sacrifice one of his daughters.
Oh fuck!
It's really good, and it's like about our Brexit. Yeah, I know.
And it's this then.
Yeah, and it's about like a kind of Brexit cosplay that gets out of hand. Before yesteryear, there was Ghostwright. Just saying.
think you may have sold me because that sounds mental.
And it's from the daughter's perspective. And like watching her dad slowly go through psychosis of like voting for Brexit and being like, we should return to our ancient traditions. And it's like, yeah, but we actually just sacrificed children then. It probably wasn't actually that good.
And it's 150 pages. I think you sold me. Yes. She's a book influencer, guys.
There's no high like it. Addicted to the feeling.
In the coffee shop that we were at, before we started shopping, when I ordered my iced chocolate, another woman was like, you do iced chocolate? That sounds great, I'm going to get one of those next time. And I was like, she's an influencer.
Real life, offline. I'm an analog influencer actually. I just tell people in person what to do.
Right, I'm going to have a look at some other sections. Let's look at this huge science fiction section. Science fiction, all of that. And over here, science fiction.
We should have read this in 2016.
We should have known.
Look, how to do a Facebook Live.
When was this published?
2017. The Instagram rules. Oh my God, I knew I was missing.
This is one that I think is on my TBR because someone called Leena Norms recommended it. Heard of her?
She just pretends she reads.
We both got one book in Oxfam. I got Ghost Wall, which was just now added to my TBR by Leena.
By the 20-second pitch from Leena Norms.
Sourdough Sophia, are they opening it?
I think they're moving.
They're moving down the road. Let's go. What did you get, Leena?
I got another one from my list of books by authors that I've already read but I haven't read this book. It's called Boating for Beginners by Jeanette Winterson. And I've never heard of it, but it sounds like a spoof of Noah's Ark, so I'm in.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
And then I also got Candy Kittens and some fair trade coffee. So
win-win.
It's a real win from Oxfam.
We are meeting up with our lovely friend Lucy soon, so we're going to do a final haul and show her all our books in a bit. But first, it may not be a charity shop, but I do want to nip into House of Books because it's the place that do the blind date with a book. I feel like I just like want one thrill to end this shopping trip.
Gotta get your thrills where you can in this cruel world.
But I'm still gonna stick to my has to be a skinny book.
Okay, so a thin mystery book.
A thin mystery book. Generation X, self-destruction, social satire. Prove you're alive?
Prove you're alive?
Prove you're alive? What does that mean? Okay, unsettling, addiction, anguish, poetic. Nope. Cravings, Satanism, human vessel, the cult next door.
I mean, that's what I would pick. What's that really small one?
That's that one. So this one, Jungian German classic, boyhood, spiritual, enlightenment, elder validation. What does any of that mean? Right, there's two more.
Remember we read Lolito, like the male version of Lolito?
Oh.
Do you remember?
No.
Well, you've obviously wiped that from your memory because it's deeply scarring. You definitely read it.
I've read Lolita.
No, but you read Lolito for Banging Book Club.
No, we did Lolita for Banging Book Club.
I'm sure we did Lolito.
We did the OG.
But I'm sure that...
You've read Lolita.
Let the way back machine decide.
Right, metafiction, propaganda, Faustian, death of fascism. Intriguing.
Hot.
Feminist horror, nuclear family, suburban living, sterility.
Okay.
That feels too close to home.
Yeah, I think that might be a little sensitive.
So, are there any other small ones?
You're just trying to start your nuclear family.
I know. I'm just trying to have a nuclear family.
Hannah's late to the trend.
Objectivity, adolescence, unmoored sexual awakening. Oh, that doesn't quite thrill me. We've seen that one. Gothic horror, ghost, scary, chilling ambience, classic. I don't know. Ooh, here we go. Narcissism, hedonism, Faustian, public morality.
Ooh.
I quite like that.
That's cool.
I think that's calling to me the most.
My knees are saying no, so I'm going to be lingering in the background.
I think both of the ones that say Faustian are calling to me, but I couldn't tell you what that means.
What, a Faustian bargain?
Well, because it's like Dr. Faustus, isn't it? But
yeah.
I don't know.
It's just when you it's like the Little Mermaid, you sell your legs for you sell your voice for some legs. Like you've made a bargain with the devil, basically, in some way.
So we've got metafiction, propaganda, Faustian, death of fascism. And then the other one is narcissism, hedonism, Faustian, and public morality. What does metafiction, so is that like a book within a book?
It's like a book that knows it's a book.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think that the public morality is calling me.
As it should.
We're going with this one. Book haul time, and Lucy is here, so we're just gonna show her our books.
Yeah, like she's our mum. Mummy, look what we bought. Darlings, I can't wait. With our pocket money.
So in the charity shops, we actually got 3 books each.
Not bad.
Look at that.
It's very symmetrical of us.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I mean, you guys have already seen this. I got At the Pond, swimming at the Hampstead Ladies Pond, which I'm going to give to my mum.
See, I am about to book the ponds.
Oh.
And I go every year, and
So good, I
this
love
is
it.
actually divine. How cute is that?
Isn't it great? Why don't you get it for yourself?
The first one I got was Elif Shafak's The 40 Rules of Love. Have you heard of Elif Shafak?
No.
I think that you'd really like her writing. She's amazing. She's like a Turkish writer. And one of my missions for the trip was to get more books by authors I'd already read books from, so I could know more about their whole work. So I got this. That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. I got Frontier by Grace Curtis, which is a sci-fi book that I recognised, and turns out, however long ago, I put it on my TBR, but I don't remember anything about it. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you to be excited.
I will update you.
Yeah,
There we go. Frontier.
I got Margaret Atwood, also writes a lot of non-fiction, and like a couple of decades ago she wrote a book on debt, but like about the philosophy of debt, called Payback.
I'm very curious about this one.
And I think she has really strong opinions about it, and I think that we all talk a lot about like personal finance and like the existential problem of like loans and renting and stuff, so I'm excited to read a book about money from somebody who is really good at actually writing. Because I feel like the people who are experts in money aren't always like great at actually writing, and the people who are really good at writing don't often think that deeply about money sometimes, or want to talk about money that much. So I think this is a golden find, and I'm very excited about it.
And then I got Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss, which I'd never heard of before, and one of my rules was to only get things I'd either previously read or on my TBR, but Leena pitched this to me in 20 seconds, and then I added it to my TBR, and then I bought it.
Incredible. That's what friends are for.
Exactly. And then my final one was Jeanette Winterson, who I studied at university and have read several times, and I used to work on her books when I worked in publishing.
Oh.
She's very funny and nice and interesting. She has a great newsletter. But this is a book I'd never heard from her because she's so prolific and she's read so much. But this one is called Boating for Beginners, and it's like a spoof. I think it's a spoofy, it says a hilarious book that plays on the idea of Noah's Ark,
Great.
which I'm very excited about.
There we go. So those are the charity shop books.
Which one would you read, Lucy?
Oh,
If you had
yeah.
to have one. Obviously, we're not going to give you any of our books.
These are
because
ours.
we're not insane.
These are mine.
I think I would read I'm between the Margaret Atwood and 40 Rules of Love.
Oh, well, there you go.
They're kind of more my flavours of the month.
These are all
That
mine
makes
then.
sense. Right, now we're going to...
Then I cheated, and I went to not a charity shop, but to an actual bookshop for a blind date with a book. And I picked this one because it's skinny. I was looking at all of the thin books, and this one says Narcissism, Hedonism, Faustian, and Public Morality. Any bets on what this book is?
Oh, I wonder if it's one of those, you know, the genre of like nihilistic women doing things.
Oh.
Is it Natasha Brown?
Oh.
Assembly! Oh my god, it could be.
Which I haven't read, but that was the...
Oh, really? I've
And
not
that's
even
quite short.
heard of this. Okay.
It's the exact size to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other
Nah,
ones.
Assembly might be a bit thinner actually.
Or
Assembly was quick.
is it a George Orwell book? Is it like Animal Farm or something?
It's
I've already
giving.
read that.
I think public morality gives women. Like sadly,
It's
it gives
giving.
easy A.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe it's The Scarlet Letter. That's the book that she reads in
Yeah.
Yeah. Narcissism, hedonism?
Don't know, never read it.
Yeah,
Could
no,
be.
me neither. I can't get into this. I'm
Do you want me
gonna.
to go get you some
Could be
scissors?
No, we're just
evenings
gonna-
and weekends or
Feral.
something like that. No, evenings and weekends is bigger.
Yeah, the
isn't
longer
it?
you take to get into it, the more time we've got to guess.
Yeah.
Evenings and weekends.
I have no clue what it could
Do
be.
we reckon it's a classic? I think it
knows?
sounds modern.
Oh, what if it's like Mr. Salary by Sally Rooney or something? I haven't read that either.
I didn't even
Again.
know that was a book that she
Hedonistic
wrote.
book.
We're getting time is running
Yeah,
out.
no, I'm gonna. It's probably gonna be a book we haven't heard of.
Public morality. It's a great
Oh,
pick.
is it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Oh.
Isn't that a really big book?
No, that's really
oh, that's
small.
a really small.
Really,
Okay.
really small, and it's about like public morality, and they do a Faustian bargain.
Oh, the classic.
Oh my.
Oh,
The picture of
John
Shane
again.
Grey.
Amazing.
damn it.
I've never read this.
Oh, I'm kicking myself.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. It's really good.
I'm very excited. I don't
Yeah.
think I've read any Oscar Wilde.
Oh, he's good. He's
Yeah,
like a
he's
very
good.
readable classics.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
I
Okay.
really want to read it. It's on my TBR.
That's a good cover as well.
great cover.
It's a really good addition. You have to drink something like you're on a first date when you
Actually,
when you read
yeah.
it.
go
You have
on
to,
a
I think
date
you should
with the
dress
book.
up. Actually,
I would wear this on
On
a date.
Yeah, I can see it.
Got my apple juice and ice.
Yeah. I mean, Oscar Wilde wouldn't go for it, but he was.
That's true.
There's nothing you can do about that.
That's true. There we
Can't be
go.
everyone's type.
Yeah, a blind date with a gay man. Yeah, a gay Victorian man.
I think I've been to his grave.
Oh,
Isn't
well,
it?
that's a date.
It's in Paris.
Oh, is it? I thought
think.
it'd be around North London somewhere. Feels a bit
been to-
Highgate Cemetery, doesn't it?
It does feel a bit Highgate
Or
Cemetery.
Westminster Abbey.
Feels like you should.
Is it Westminster Abbey that's the
No.
other big one?
Oh, my phone's over there.
It's so
somewhere.
camp of him to be buried in France, though.
Yeah.
It's so chic. It's chic. Anyway,
Anyway, thank you so much for watching and joining us on this little charity shop book hunt. These will be added to the bookshelves. Unfortunately, I didn't find any Brandon Sanderson, Emily Henry, or Taylor Jenkins Reid, except for that copy of Daisy Jones, but I didn't like the cover. So we'll come
Very
back to
fair.
it. I will not apologise. Yeah, hope that you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
bye.